लिटरली उसके अल्फाज से तो इतना आगे कैसे निकल गया? आगे तो मैं कभी भी नहीं निकला. आई एम स्टिल द सेम. नो वन इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर योर कंडीशन एंड नो वन इज कमिंग टू टेक यू आउट ऑफ इट. हम में से सब बहुत कुछ ऐसा चाहते हैं जो कि हमें अपने मुंह से निकालते हुए खुद शर्म आ रही होती है. सेल्फ असेसमेंट में दैट्स अ बिग फैक्टर. You need to know what you want and you should be realistic on it. Once you're true to yourself, you know what you need.
Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to another episode of Elastic Connection, and today we have Mr. Faizan with us. Assalamu alaikum. कैसे हैं आप?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, all good. How about you?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. जो हमें फॉलो करते हैं उनको पता है कि आप पहले भी हमारे पॉडकास्ट में आ चुके हैं. दिस इज योर सेकंड टाइम अपियरिंग ऑन दैट गेस्ट सीट. तो कैसा एक्सपीरियंस था लास्ट टाइम?
Experience was quite good, and of course, I love to share my knowledge and whatever I know with youngsters who are still under, on the growth path or they're developing themselves. So experience was good. Even like sharing knowledge when I get the queries out of it. So that's really interesting, People have enthusiasm to learn.
तो ये आपका लास्ट वाला पॉडकास्ट भी बहुत एंटरटेनिंग था, बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव था, और हमने बहुत डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ योर लाइफ टच किए थे, योर जर्नी एंड ऑल दैट.
Exactly.
बट आज के लिए वी हैव अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक विजन दैट वी वांट टू कवर, राइट? सो आप पहले बताएं ऑडियंस को कि क्या आज का पूरा पैरामीटर क्या है, हम आज क्या बात होने वाली है हमारी.
So today what we will be talking of mainly, it's more like why entrepreneurs fail and what they can do to actually have an optimum result out of it.
Okay.
So I'm a certified NLP practitioner and I am a master instructor for Silva method as well.
Okay.
So today मैं discuss करूँगा. I have developed a course specifically for entrepreneurs from NLP, that how they can use neuro-linguistic programming to improve themselves, improve their communication skills, conveying their messages, and developing their career path itself using NLP techniques.
NLP क्या है?
Neuro-linguistic programming. So what it means is all of us have some beliefs.
Okay.
As a human, we have some nature. Okay. For example, very flat example. मैं आपको बिरयानी कहता हूँ. So what is the first thing that comes to you?
Travel.
Okay. It's rice. It's more like you're a visual person, so perhaps you see rice immediately.
Yeah.
हमारा दिमाग जो है, the way our brain processes information, it doesn't process information in words, characters, numbers, or letters. It always creates an image for us.
Yeah.
That's the practicality. We don't understand our true nature. Okay? Whenever we hear something, we listen to something, immediately our brain recalls an image, or it creates an image. It creates like a vision for us.
Okay.
ठीक है. Again, मैं बिरयानी की मिसाल दे रहा था. Again, we have 5 senses. हर इंसान की कोई एक सेंस ज़्यादा डेवलप्ड होती है बाकी 4 से.
Yes.
ठीक है. For me, like I am more into audio. मैं चीज़ सुन लेता हूँ. It keeps on reiterating itself in my mind. ठीक है. बाज़ लोग जो हैं वो उनकी सेंस ऑफ स्मेल तेज़ होती है, सेंस ऑफ टेस्ट तेज़ होता है. सिंपल, मुंह में पानी भर आता है जब आप किसी चीज़ की बात करते हैं. ठीक है. That's more like how your brain has processed that particular information and it has associated a sense with it.
Okay.
So this is the basic building block, how to anchor information, how your subconscious processes information and associates it, how it recalls it. ठीक है. मतलब हमने में से किसी ने पर्पसली कभी ये नहीं सोचा कि बिरयानी होती क्या है. हम में से किसी ने पर्पसली कभी ये नहीं सोचा कि पेप्सी होती है. हम में से किसी ने कभी पर्पसली ये नहीं सोचा कि जो है लैपटॉप है, ओके इट्स अ लैपटॉप. आपने उसकी एक एक की को कभी गौर से देखा है?
Nope.
आपने अपने स्मार्टफोन को आप डेली यूज़ करते हो. इट्स इन योर हैंड. इट्स लाइक योर सोलमेट. ठीक है. इट्स योर लाइफ लाइन. लेकिन आपने कभी इतनी डिटेल से देखा है कि उसका कौन सा बटन कहाँ है, कितने मिलीमीटर्स का है, किस चीज़ का है? समटाइम्स इवन विद अ टच यू विल जस्ट switch it off, put it on silent or something, because your sense of touch has associated and anchored where that information is on that device.
Subconsciously आप कर लेते हो सब कुछ, right?
ठीक है. So this is the point, how to access that unlimited power of your brain and optimize it, and how to use it when it's needed.
And all that for entrepreneurs to empower them.
एग्जैक्टली इसमें जो है ऑफ कोर्स ये एक बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है बिकॉज इसमें एडिक्शन ट्रीट होती हैं, इसमें लोगों के ट्रॉमा ट्रीट होते हैं। तो the path that I have selected is specifically for entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
How to condition their brain, how to condition the mindset, because mindset has a lot of things. ठीक है, simple. Before we jump on to the next part of our conversation, hard work is the key to success.
Yeah.
Show me one rich donkey. Simple. उससे ज़्यादा हार्ड वर्क ज़िंदगी में किसी ने नहीं किया होता, और उसकी ज़िंदगी हमेशा मार खाते खाते
सही।
सड़क पे गुजर जाती है।
तो वो तो अकल की बात हो गई ना, अकल भी तो नहीं है ना डोंकी की बात।
नहीं तो अकल जो है, सिर्फ अकल अगर काफ़ी होती तो कौवा एक बहुत अक्लमंद परिंदा होता है। क्रो एंड आउल बोथ आर वेरी वाइज।
या
ठीक है, तो अकल होना काफ़ी नहीं है, उसको प्रॉपर इस्तेमाल करना भी ज़रूरी होता है।
या ट्रू 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 ट्रू।
ठीक है,
यस।
तो अगेन दैट्स द होल थिंग। और एक चीज़ मैं डिफाइन करूँगा, माइंडसेट इज़ बेसिकली कपल ऑफ थिंग्स। पीपल से यार उसका माइंडसेट ऐसा है, उसका माइंडसेट वैसा है। व्हाट इज़ द कंपोजिशन ऑफ माइंडसेट? Mindset is a composition of your experiences, your beliefs. I'm not talking about religious beliefs, by the way.
या या
It's the same thing. Hard work is key to success. Or, you need to really work hard. You need to be up all night and then you will get success. No, that's not the formula.
या
Okay. For some reason, ever since even when I was a student, ठीक है, मैं सुबह उठता था, I was on time. मैंने 8 बजे से 12 बजे तक पढ़ना। उसके बाद 12 बजे मैंने जो है 1 बजे तक लंच करना, उसके बाद मैं सो जाता था। सो के उठ के शाम में कार्टून आते थे, मैं टीवी भी देखता था।
सही
आई
है।
एम टॉकिंग ऑफ माई बोर्ड एग्जाम्स।
सही है, एग्जाम्स के दौरान।
ठीक है, वेयर एज माई मॉम यूज टू से
सुबह से रात तक पढ़ो, बस पढ़ो पढ़ो।
लुक एट योर सिबलिंग्स,
या
दे आर स्टडिंग ऑल नाइट, रात भर जागे हुए हैं वो। तो तुम क्या कर रहे हो? पीपल आर स्टडिंग, योर फ्रेंड्स आर स्टडिंग, यू आर स्लीपिंग, you need your afternoon nap, this, that. Okay, so one fine day, okay, I would say that I was a little bit not stubborn, but I was listening. I was more into, I know what I have to done, and
Yeah.
I cannot do more than, or it would be an overflow for me. Okay, so one fine day, after years, I was telling my mom, you used to give me example of my sister, that she is learning online. And sometimes I've seen that she was sleeping on the book itself.
या
Okay. So मैंने अम्मी से कहा कि did you really know हम दोनों के नंबर्स में सिर्फ एक नंबर का फर्क। She scored 1 mark higher than me.
सही है, इतनी एक्स्ट्रा मेहनत के बावजूद।
जी।
या
तो again, but again that was way after
या
the actual time. तो बट अगेन इट वाज द सेम थिंग, एंड परहैप्स अननोइंगली, मतलब उस वक्त तक तो मुझे एनएलपी एज अ स्टूडेंट, लाइक व्हेन आई वाज 13 14, किसी को पता भी नहीं था कि ये होता क्या है।
या एग्जैक्टली, तब
परहैप्स
तो वो एज भी नहीं थी इतनी।
psychiatrists only knew that because they use these techniques, by the way, for treating people.
ओके
So that's the whole.
सही।
So from there, like how to optimally use your senses or optimally use your resources, because in the end all your senses, your brain, it's your resource.
या
You need to know how to use it better. Of course मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि जो है मैं कल उड़ना शुरू कर दूंगा,
ओके
because that's not my capacity. Knowing yourself is a superpower by itself,
सही, मतलब आपको पता है आप क्या कर सकते हो एंड देन
क्या
यूजिंग
नहीं कर
दैट।
सकते,
ठीक है,
क्या
राइट।
कर सकते हो, क्या नहीं कर सकते. Don't underestimate or overestimate yourself, but be realistic.
यप
Always do a self assessment. Okay, I know, being an IT professional, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at. Again, it's not my cup of tea that I should jump into cybersecurity right away, because I have a path. I have something that I've done. I do understand the basics, but just to be an expert or, taking a deep dive, it's not my cup of tea.
या
And again, sometimes you need to let others do what they're supposed to do.
या एंड देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग विद दैट कि अगर आप में कोई चीज़ की एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है तो नहीं है,
So,
यू आर गुड एट समथिंग एल्स।
and again, once you accept it, that's a superpower. Accepting yourself as you are is a superpower, by the way.
या And
But
that's very difficult too.
exactly, हम में से जो है, because we judge others, whereas if we judge ourselves first, we will be in a lot better shape, and we won't judge others. That's more like ethics, and it's more like, you know, things around you will be positive immediately.
I feel if someone is happy with himself, he does not judge others. Like someone
Exactly.
who isn't happy with the state he or she is will always be looking at others. इसके पास ये है, इसके पास है, ये ऐसा, वो ऐसा. The
See,
void is in yourself.
exactly. And again, like the acceptance part,
Yeah.
if someone is different, we are not ready to accept them. Why? Even from school time, kids mocking other kids for any reason. Someone's fat, someone's lean, someone's thin, someone is not able to, it's like हम तालियां जरूर बजाते हैं when we see some motivational speaker saying something, but we are not ready to accept and adopt it.
Yeah.
So I always tell my students I coach that your failure is always coming from your mindset, not from your skills. ठीक है? Skill is what? Skill is something
That can be learned, right?
it can be learned, and you are doing something better than the other because you have practiced it very much.
Yeah.
It's a skill.
Yep.
लेकिन अगर आपका mindset ही नहीं है that you want to learn the skill itself, how you would ever reach to that point where you can, with practice, you will make it like your attitude, and it will be part of your personality for good.
And one can train, work on his mindset too, ना कि अगर उसका नहीं है तो like he can try to make it better and.
See, I will tell you my personal experience.
Okay.
I used to work in a company. It was a big corporate. And the people around me were more like toxic.
Okay.
Toxic in a way that leg pulling, politics.
Not supportive.
On your face, they'll be very supportive.
Okay.
But whenever they get a chance to show the boss,
they will make sure
that, okay, it's your mistake.
Okay.
And I used to be, because I was stuck in that circle, I used to be very negative. So much so that sometimes my mom used to say, what kind of, thinking he's having now, or what kind of words he uses. Because in the end, आप जिन लोगों के साथ 8-10 घंटे गुजारते हो,
आप भी उन जैसे बनने लग जाते हो आहिस्ते आहिस्ते.
It becomes your personality.
Yeah.
ठीक है. The moment you reach home, आप 6 घंटे जागोगे, 7 घंटे जागोगे, then you'll sleep.
अगले दिन फिर वही उन्हीं
के साथ होंगे. तो it becomes more like a cycle, and the more reiteration you do for anything, it becomes your nature.
Yeah.
And trust me, when I switched that job, I left that company and I moved to the other organization, I felt
happy.
It's not just happy. I felt, okay, I was wasting not time in terms of working for the organization, but I was wasting myself by wasting my energy with those people.
Yeah. So you were utilizing your energy at the wrong place.
Exactly.
With the wrong people.
Exactly. And complete frustration.
Yeah.
Anxiety. You will be stressed. Okay, this, that, he said this, he said that. I mean, like, you need to learn how to ignore.
But like इतनी negativity भी हो तो कितना ignore करोगे? कुछ ना कुछ तो you will absorb ना, right?
You will absorb, and that's also one of the techniques that I will be actually talking of today as part of the NLP. मैं अक्सर लोगों को ना अपना एक पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करता हूँ, because I have my startups. I have been working with the startup ecosystem. I have been working with entrepreneurs and all that. So first time I was discussing my idea with the investors, in 10 seconds, he just turned around like this on my face. He said, I'm not interested, and he just turned around. So you can imagine if someone
new, young is going...
And this happens to you.
Confidence zero.
Confidence,
at least for me.
Confidence will be zero.
Yeah.
But again, you have to come back from it.
Yeah.
Okay, I had two options. Either I will fall in depression that I'm totally ignored, my idea that's very good, it's being trashed, and indirectly I've been insulted.
Yeah.
Because no one even bothered listening to it. Or I could take it. What was it that I did wrong at that time?
Yeah.
So this is also something that I always tell entrepreneurs: make sure you do your homework, make sure whom you're talking to, you know them, not in detail, but at least the communication that you do, you touch base on certain terminologies or points which everyone can relate to. मैं अगर आपसे बोलता हूँ, मैं अपनी स्टूडेंट लाइफ की बात कर रहा था फॉर एग्जांपल,
सही है.
you were able to associate that, okay, student life, exam, learning, pressure, घर वाले किस तरह बोलते हैं, टीचर्स क्या बोलते हैं, दोस्त किस तरह पढ़ते हैं, you were able to associate it very well.
Yeah.
And you were engaged in that conversation very well.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Somewhere you were recalling your memories.
Past experiences and
experiences. And
flashbacks and all that.
So that is a common ground.
Yep.
I'm not someone who knows you very well, or you don't know me very well, up to like friends or family or something. We meet casually here on Elastic Connection community channel.
Yes.
But still, you feel that, okay, there is a connection between you and me. Why? Because I have touched base on something that's common to both of us.
Yeah. Mutual interests or mutual conversation topics. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is one of the things. Like मैं कल एक टीम का जो है उनका पिच डेक रिव्यू कर रहा था, और they're developing a new company, services company. So उनके मैंने पिच डेक देखी, टीम एंड ऑल दैट, तो उनसे मैंने डिस्कशन की. मैंने कहा योर प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग. What they were starting, I won't say the complete problem statement, but their start was like, busy founders always struggle with XYZ. I said, the statement is wrong for me.
Why?
If you just say every founder at certain point of time struggles with this, that's a memory hook.
Yeah.
Immediately, every founder would just pay attention to it. That, okay, they're talking of every founder at certain point of time. Okay, because everyone has struggled at certain point of time being a founder.
Yes.
Whether it's communication, whether it's funds, whether it's development, whether it's marketing, whether it's team development. I mean, like busy founders, I would say I'm not busy. Okay. I'm a founder, I'm not busy. I'm a sleeping partner or something. I've invested in a startup. I'm a founder, but I'm not busy.
Yeah.
So I won't associate myself, or, that busy founder statement won't work with me even.
Yeah. So if you pitch that problem to me, I'll say no.
You will say, okay, I'm not a founder, and I'm not busy founder.
Yeah, I'm a founder, but I'm not busy. So like,
I know what I'm doing, and I'm not into, so that's not something for me.
Yeah.
But whereas if I just rephrase it, every founder at certain point of time has struggled with XYZ. So that resonation, it would resonate somewhere in your mind with your past or something that you have planned for future.
Yeah. तो वो आपके डायरेक्ट लिंक हो जाएगी, तो you will listen more at least.
Exactly. So you will be hooked. You will be paying attention. So these are some of the communication techniques even. Simple. NLP का सबसे अच्छा इस्तेमाल जो हम डेली ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, we see it every day. What it is, advertisement. Like आपको मैं जो हूँ आज एक कोल्ड ड्रिंक का ऐड दिखाऊंगा, 5 मिनट बाद आप बोलोगे यार लेट्स हैव अ ड्रिंक.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Let's take out something from the fridge, put it in a glass. Normally आप ग्लास में भी नहीं डालोगे, but after seeing it on the screen itself, आपकी एड्रेलिन इतना रश करेगी ब्लड में कि से लेट्स हैव इट नाउ.
Yes.
एग्जैक्टली. भूख लग जाती है. व्हाई? ना तो आपको स्मेल आ रही होती है टीवी से, ना आपको उसका टेस्ट आ रहा होता है, बट अगेन समवेयर इन योर सबकॉन्शियस इट्स सिटिंग, इट्स रिजाइडिंग.
तो वो देख के आपकी वो सेंसेस हो जाती हैं कि
आपकी सेंसेस एक्टिव हो जाती हैं. अगेन यू आर इमीडिएटली रेडी टू ओके लेट्स डू इट.
एग्जैक्टली.
ठीक है. तो it can be really dangerous.
Yeah.
if you know how to use it right.
Yeah.
And of course everything has its ethics.
Yes.
To move forward with. So that's the whole point for entrepreneurs, how to use NLP and NLP techniques. Do their self-assessment. Okay, what you know, what you don't know, what you're good at, what you're not good at. Acceptance. Okay, like I have seen entrepreneurs and startups failing because one of them said, no, it's my idea, it's my company. You guys are not doing what you're supposed to do.
I guess last time you told about these people that they listen well. Yeah, maybe you were at the university, you were giving a talk, and you said these people, whenever you told them anything, they were like, okay, yeah, we were doing this wrong, let's do that. So,
Exactly. And even yesterday when I was sitting with that team and I was telling them, they were listening and I'm pretty much sure they would succeed.
okay.
Okay. And I'm pretty much sure they would succeed. I'm not saying that they will be millionaires or billionaires. My success statement is not based on numbers. It's like what they're doing, they will be able to take it forward very well.
Okay.
Okay. Numbers is something that I won't say it is important, but I won't say that should be the only success criteria. ByteCorp is a success story. Outland is a success story. Why? Because of their mindset and attitude.
Yeah.
It's not just the number part. It's more like the flexibility these guys are giving you. Okay. The culture that they are developing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And even they do a lot of hand holding as well for youngsters.
Yeah.
So all of this counts. All of this matters.
Yes. Numbers तो सिर्फ एक part है मतलब जो
Numbers,
play करता
again,
है.
numbers are necessary. I
Yeah.
would say that ठीक है, being true to yourself, this is also one of the parameters. मैं कह रहा था कि हमारा mindset होता है, उसमें हमारा belief एक चीज़ होती है. ठीक है, belief में usually all around the world, whenever you talk of money, people think, oh, he is into money making mind, lalchi hai, he's this, he's that, he's, he's a negative person. Simple, एक simple paradigm आ जाता है. No, I take it as, it's fine, at least he's being true.
Yeah.
अब इसकी एक बहुत अच्छी एग्जांपल है. पिछले दिनों सोशल मीडिया पे वायरल हो रहा था कि एक आदमी खाना काबा से सर लगा के अरबी में मांग रहा था, फ्लूस 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 कह रहा था. फ्लूस कहते हैं पैसे को.
Okay.
ठीक है, वो खाना काबा से सर लगा के अपना मांग रहा था अल्लाह से.
पैसे मांग रहा था.
हाँ, तो बड़े लोगों के कमेंट आए, पैसे का पुजारी है, ही इज इनटू मनी ओनली, ही इज इनटू दुनिया ओनली, ही इज इनटू दिस, ही इज
मतलब उस जगह पे खड़े होके कुछ अच्छे मांग.
नहीं, मतलब ठीक है, जो भी मांग रहा था ना, एटलीस्ट ही वाज ट्रू टू हिमसेल्फ एंड टू हिज लॉर्ड. ठीक है, हम में से सब बहुत कुछ ऐसा चाहते हैं जो कि हमें अपने मुंह से निकालते हुए खुद शर्म आ रही होती है.
ट्रू.
सेल्फ असेसमेंट में दैट्स अ बिग फैक्टर. You need to know what you want and you should be realistic on it.
And true to yourself.
True to yourself. Once you're true to yourself, you know what you need.
Yeah.
You don't keep anything hidden, okay? Like, for example, I'm sitting and talking with you. I know what I'm supposed to extract out of this conversation.
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to convey a message to the entire Elastic Connection community, to the entrepreneurs and these people, that how important is this to learn for them. Okay. It's the same thing. Like, again, let's come to Outland example. When these guys came to me, my statement to them was, it's a very harsh statement that I give out to founders, because I tell them your quality of delivery is zero.
Yeah.
Because if it's not the parameters that I'm looking for, your quality of delivery is zero.
Okay. And you said the exact thing to these guys.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And honestly, 70% of them don't come back to me after this.
These guys did.
They came back.
Okay.
The others who came back, I can give you their names. You can just Google them, check their journey.
Okay.
It's not something that I'm extraordinary or something. It was their mindset that they were able to adopt. In the end, whoever is mentoring you or coaching you, they will just guide you.
Yeah.
You will do it yourself.
Exactly. मतलब आप खुद पीछे हट जाओगे तो no one's gonna call you and say, come इधर, let's do something.
No one is responsible for your condition.
Yeah.
And no one is coming to take you out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I learned myself after 13 years of struggle in my career. Don't blame anyone else for your condition. Neither expect someone else to take you out of your condition. Okay, so again, it's all mindset. I had to switch my mindset to come out of where I was
Yeah.
in life, in career, in a lot of things.
सही.
मुझे जो है इनफैक्ट मेरा एक दोस्त मिला था कुछ वीक्स पहले. तो अगेन व्हेन इट कम्स टू फ्रेंड्स आई एम नॉट समवन और इवन अल्लाह का बहुत शुक्र है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आई एम ब्लेस्ड कि मेरे दोस्त भी ऐसे हैं. वी डोंट टॉक अबाउट स्टेटस और एनीथिंग. व्हेन वी आर सिटिंग वी आर फ्रेंड्स. वी आर बैक इन द टाइम.
सही है.
But one of them just said, how come you have superseded this much? Or how come you have grown so much?
Yeah.
Literally उसके अल्फाज थे, तू इतना आगे कैसे निकल गया?
Okay.
मैं कहा, आगे तो मैं कभी भी नहीं निकला. I'm still the same. I still feel that I have a lot to learn and I have a lot to give.
Okay.
A lot to learn and a lot to give. Because sometimes I really feel sorry when people come to me that what I know they could have asked me more, but they are very much, what they need. Of course, I don't say that they are wrong. Everyone has a certain paradigm.
Yeah.
They want to focus on like, okay, I get this and I'm off. But what I'm able to share with people, especially youngsters, I would say, if someone sticks with me for a couple of months, he will for sure see what has happened to him personally, professionally, and the way he is able to receive, perceive, and give out to others as well.
Okay. सही.
तो some of the techniques again जो मैं आपसे कह रहा था ना, आपने negatives की बात की थी. NLP में एक टेक्निक होती है जिसे हम cancellation.
सही.
So what happens is the moment someone gives you any negative feedback or something, you immediately in your mind say cancel, cancel, cancel. Try doing it, by the way, next time whenever you face something like this.
Okay.
Just in your mind, because what is something negative? Any kind of feeling that you're developing? Like I would say, okay, Mubashir, your hair is not done. Even out of joke, but you would feel that, okay, he shouldn't have said this to me. He has nothing to do with it. It's my choice.
You'll get conscious too.
Right?
Yeah.
But again, it's a negative sentiment that gets developed immediately.
Yeah.
And if I say it twice or thrice, for sure, your blood pressure would rise.
Yes.
After a while.
Yeah.
Okay? So just to, people say ignore it. Ignoring is something that you just ignored it for the time being, but you kept it inside. Cancellation means you just wipe it off.
Okay.
Immediately you replace it with something. Of course, in all your life, you would have come across some happy moments, some achievements and everything. Why don't you recall that feeling immediately? Okay, I have achieved something and I have a lot of things that I could be happy for, instead of holding on to this or clinging on to this negative sentiment for now.
सही.
People who are negative, अगर आप उनसे कभी बैठ के बात करो ना, तो you will know it's more like self-talk, self-negative talk, procrastination. And people who are depressed, self-negative talk is one of the key factors there.
Yeah.
आपको किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, आपके कोलीग ने बोल दिया, सीनियर ने बोल दिया, बॉस ने बोल दिया, घर पे किसी ने बोल दिया, किसी रिश्तेदार ने बोल दिया, some relative came, he said this, he did that. सड़क पे आपकी लड़ाई हो गई.
सही है.
मतलब again, it's just few minutes, few seconds of that 24 hours. But the thing is, we tend to focus on the negatives
more than the positives.
Than the positives.
Yeah. और कभी कभी तो अच्छी चीजें याद भी नहीं रहती हैं आपको, अपनी गलत मतलब सारी नेगेटिव ज्यादा याद रहती हैं. देन यू हैव टू थिंक इट, नहीं पॉजिटिव भी था, एंड देन यू हैव टू थिंक it क्या था पॉजिटिव.
See, again, entrepreneurship life cycle in startups, every problem is an opportunity.
Yeah.
It is what you focus on. Either you focus on the problem itself or you take it as an opportunity. And people are saying Pakistan mein ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya, that happened, this happened. Okay, my simple question is, what exactly are you doing by yourself? I'm not saying that you will change the country. at least for yourself and the people around you. Are you able to do something positive? If yes, then you're happy.
Yep.
You're doing your part and you're contributing to the entire change itself, entire life cycle itself. लेकिन अगर मैं उसी को बोलता रहूं हालात खराब है, things are not turning right,
और आप क्या कर रहे हो? कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते.
नहीं तो मतलब अगेन क्यों नहीं कुछ कर सकते?
Exactly.
अगेन इट्स
छोटे से छोटा पार्ट तो someone can play it, right?
एग्जैक्टली सिंपल. हम में से हर आदमी, all of us have certain fraction of goodness in us. ठीक है? Like simple, आप बाहर निकलोगे, you will see someone in need, you will help them.
Yep.
Right? In terms of money, or if someone has fallen, you would just pick him up just to make sure he stands. Even that is goodness.
Yep.
Again, that's a subconscious thing which we don't count, but it happens. It's your nature. This is how you are built as a human.
Yep.
Okay, so from that goodness itself, it's not necessary you have to be a billionaire, you have to run orphanages, you have to, do a lot of funding here and there. No, just do your part, even if it's small. It's the mindset part again. How you were brought up, how you were taught. Unconscious learning का एक example मैं आपको और देता हूँ. If tomorrow I'm going with my son to an office, and my son sees that, okay, I'm giving something under the table, he would just take that message and he won't ask me even perhaps.
Yeah.
But subconsciously, I have trained him that doing business under the table
Is
all right.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in it. We don't understand the impact that would have on his entire life.
Yes.
Because for him it's normal, and maybe he would convey the same thing to the next generation. Unless I tell him, I'm very discreet about it. It is wrong. It's not supposed to be done this way or something. So there is a lot of subconscious training that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And
But like, isn't it कि छोटी एजेस पे ये ज़्यादा होता है, फिर आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जैसे ग्रो तो
बिरयानी आपने छोटी एज में खाई थी. Let's come back to our first statement. Biryani.
But like biryani तो मतलब it's the sense of taste ना.
No, it's not a sense of taste. बाज लोगों को उसकी sizzling, देगची का ढक्कन खोलना, देग का ढक्कन खोलना, बाज लोगों को साउंड उसकी आती है बिरयानी. ठीक है, मतलब it's an anchor in the end, right?
Yeah, but वही बात है ना कि वो anchor could be any of the 5 senses, right?
Yes.
But for me, if it's the taste, तो वो तो फिर किसी एज पे भी like develop हो सकता था ना, बचपन में खाया ही है.
But again, you know how many variants of it are there?
Yeah.
ठीक है, some people will think that we are talking of biryani, but it's more like a very practical and tangible thing I'm referencing here.
Like we can replace biryani with anything.
Exactly. अब आप स्कूल जाते थे फॉर एग्जांपल, आप कोई एक रबर यूज करते होंगे, उसमें से एक टाइम पे रबर आता था, उसमें खुशबू
बहुत होती थी. यस.
ठीक है, तो उसमें से भी आपको कोई एक या दो याद होंगे, या एक या दो के कलर याद होंगे.
There was a fish, pink color fish, उसकी स्मेल बहुत अच्छी होती थी.
Right. So again, how come that's the only thing that got anchored? Yep. Because you have perhaps another memory with it. It's not just the image of that rubber.
Say.
Okay. So, and again, like even for what do you call, what I was saying for these entrepreneurs and all, the thing is they need to understand few things there very clearly. First, what they really want to do. Have a clear mindset for it. Do their self-assessment. Okay. What they are able and capable of doing. If they lack something, either they learn it or they have someone who's able to do it for them. As part of the team. Acceptance of everyone and everything. Okay, don't judge people just for the sake of judging, because as I was saying, if you fix yourself, then everything around you gets fixed. हम दूसरे को फिक्स करने के लिए ज़्यादा फोकस करते हैं. ठीक है,
सही.
Or again, for negative sentiments, make sure you always use the cancel statement. Okay. There is also another technique. We call it resourceful state of mind. What is resourceful state of mind, basically? How would you feel today? Like, I'm talking to you, yourself.
Okay.
You feel you lack something. No need to tell me. You feel you lack something.
Yeah.
You feel that you're good at something.
Yep.
You feel that you can learn something additional. You feel that, okay, no, this is not something that I will do. But to be the best version of yourself, what are your parameters? Some people, keep the best version of me. I have to be physically very fit. I have to be so much learned. Again, everyone has a parameter. The best version of yourself is something who is able to do best with your available resources.
Yep.
Because it is something that is now. Now you can fix your past and improve your future.
Yep.
Depression. What is depression? Depression is living in the past. Anxiety is living in the future.
No. Yep.
You miss the present.
Yeah.
Now. So again, this is one of the things I tell my students all the time. Now you have the power to fix your past and improve your future. So live in now. What you can do now, whether you talk about religion, religiously, you did something wrong.
Now is the time. Fix it.
Now is the time. तौबा कर लें आप. Simple.
Yeah.
Religiously. आपसे कल कोई गलती हो गई थी ऑफिस में. Let's fix it today. आपका कोड कल फट गया था. आप अपना बग फिक्स कर लो.
Yes.
ताकि कल की कंटिन्यूएशन बेटर हो जाएगी.
Yep.
So focus on now. Live in now. Live in current time. That always helps.
Yep.
Okay. And again, depression and anxiety. No one ever told you this from where it comes. Doctors के पास आप जाएं वो आपको दवाइयाँ खिलाना शुरू कर देते हैं.
Yeah.
भाई, if it's only psychologists treat traumas and past experiences and something like that. Accidental traumas बहुत होते हैं लोगों को. लोग गाड़ी चलाना छोड़ देते हैं.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. उन्होंने driving नहीं की. For like more than 30 years they are moving around in taxis.
किसी एक्सीडेंट की वजह से.
Because for the first time when they were trying to learn driving, they just hit some car. They had to suffer a loss and it's in their minds.
PTSD, right? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to call it. I won't go into the technicalities because that's not the subject now. I'm not a psychologist as a profession. So, but especially because I've been mentoring and coaching a lot of startups and all, and I'm a practitioner. I got my license and certification for NLP as well. So I know how that can be used very well for the people who are on their journey to be founders. Of course, इसमें कोई मैं टेक्निकल बात नहीं बोल रहा कि जो है आपके स्टार्टअप का आइडिया ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. It's more like first know yourself. Are you ready for it to take the leap? बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं वो आ जाते हैं कंपनीज में एज फाउंडर्स आते हैं, बट आफ्टर लाइक 1 year or 2 year they just drop out and they start doing the job. Because for at that time it was more like friends, they couldn't say no. It was relatives, they couldn't say no, but deep down they were never built for it.
Yep.
Or the mindset was never accepting it.
They weren't ready for that.
They were not ready for it.
Yes.
Like even working for a new company, not everyone is ready to work for a new company.
True. तो ये जो आप you're talking about self-assessment, right? So like, how do you self-assess? Like, if you're an entrepreneur, right? So like, how do you self-assess yourself? Like,
see, as an entrepreneur, you have a few basic parameters. What you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to build, what problem you're trying to solve, and of course, the main building block, you're trying to make money out of it.
Yep.
Let's be realistic about this part. Okay? So how much money you're planning to make out of it, providing what solution to people, and what is the problem that you're going to solve. Again, if I'm trying to solve a problem for school kids, is it something that is going to give me the returns that I'm expecting? That means my idea has to be pivoted.
Yep.
और सेल्फ असेसमेंट एक ये तो हो गई आपके प्रोडक्ट के हिसाब से. पर्सनल सेल्फ असेसमेंट can I survive without having anything coming to my account for next 6 months or 1 year? This is a very big self-assessment parameter. Not everyone can sustain or survive.
Yep. No.
Okay. Second thing is my personality something that I will be able to take up that role? Or is it something that, okay, I will take the back seat and I will have someone facing the audience or facing the market for me? Will I be the face of it or someone else will be the face of it?
Yep.
That's also a parameter.
ये तो वही पॉइंट है ना कि आप अपने आप को जज कर रहे हो कि am I capable enough to do that, right?
Again, you have to be realistic.
Yes.
When you are doing self-assessment, because self-assessment, you will not tell anyone to do assessment for you.
Yep.
No one knows you better than yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. I know myself that when I'm working, but when I'm sleeping, I need a sleep at a stretch at least for 2-3 hours. I'm not someone who would have a power nap and who would be fresh. So I know my limitations.
Yes.
And I'm realistic about it. So the moment you do self-assessment and you're realistic about it, it helps develop your entire personality, your way of delivering things, problem solving, even whatever you do, it changes drastically.
Yeah.
सिंपल एक चीज आपने देखा होगा, लोग अक्सर बोलते हैं just write down your tasks for the next morning.
Yes. I do that too sometimes.
Okay, the day you do it for the next morning, that day your work is finished in half the time as compared to the day when you don't do it.
Yes, true.
Again, subconsciously, once you have written something down, 1, 2, 3, 4, your subconscious has already processed it and that it's done. When something is done subconsciously, your conscious mind executes it very fast. Something not related to the subject, but just an example. हम सब सोते हैं. You dream.
Yep.
You sleep for 1 hour perhaps. In that 1 hour, you run marathons, you visit places, you talk to people, you eat, you sleep, you dive.
Trip पूरी करके आ जाते हैं अपने.
You have a complete trip.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is how strong your subconscious mind is.
Yes.
It is able to process things way faster than light even. Okay? When I would say speed of light,
Yeah.
what you will think? You will light and it is traveling between sun and earth, right? But your thought immediately went to the sun and came back even before the light. So your subconscious mind works way faster than the light.
सही.
You just need to know how to tap it in. Use it well.
So it's a very powerful tool if you can use it right.
If you learn it and you start practicing just even 3 or 4 of it, it works wonders. Simple. 90 सेकंड में आपको भूख भी लग जाती है, आपको चीज़ खरीदनी भी होती है. You see a new laptop, you see a new game. Okay, you just make up your mind, okay, after 6 weeks or 4 weeks, I'll just buy this game.
Yeah.
What's that? They're using NLP.
सही.
So even in sales, it works a lot. But again, coming back to what we were saying, the startups, founders, people, what they're supposed to do. They need to know first self-assessment, what they want, handle negative paradigm, and have a clear roadmap. Once you have written it, here it's done already. You just need to execute it now.
सही.
Because there is a difference in being done and being executed. So these are two different parameters, paradigm.
So once you note down, it's done.
In your subconscious, it's done.
It's done, yeah. But not the next day you'll think and you'll execute.
First you will think and then you will be continuously under pressure. Oh, that I have to do this. Oh, I have another thing. The moment you have done that list, your brain has processed it already for you.
बस आज का हो गया.
And you're light. The next day you're very light. Okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. So
you've set a target and you'll have the sense of achievement that I've done it, right?
Exactly. You again, subconscious has processed it.
Yeah.
You're consciously, you're just trying to do it. So that's another thing, and that fights the belief even that you have to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
True.
Plan and execute.
सही. So this was the assessment वाला part, right? Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
exactly. तो आपको असेसमेंट भी करनी है, आपको टूल्स भी पता होने चाहिए, आप क्या क्या यूज़ कर सकते हैं. अगेन मैं कम्युनिकेशन की बात कर रहा था. स्टेटमेंट, बिजी फाउंडर्स, every founder. Message is more or less the same, but the way it's being communicated, it changes everything. It's starting with a problem statement, what you're trying to fix, which someone or everyone can associate it with, gets associated with, that has a different impact than giving a big story and trying to keep audience. And of course, people don't pay attention.
जैसे किसी के इंटरेस्ट की बात खत्म होगी या वो उसको रिलेट नहीं कर सकता होगा, he'll zone out या he'll not pay more attention to you, right?
Exactly. And आप अगेन आप जो भी काम कर रहे हो उस वक्त, ठीक है, अगर मुझे कोई उसमें कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं आ रहा, by interest what I mean, it's like anything that I can associate it with. First I have a need and I'm coming to you, that's a different story. But putting something up there that everyone can associate it, gets associated with, and people associate their needs or information or anything with it, that gives you the success part.
Yep. And especially when you're an entrepreneur and you're targeting a problem statement, अब उसी वाले stage में तो फिर तो आप you're targeting a very big pool of people ना, and
Exactly.
तब फिर किसी particular चीज पे generalize कर दो तो it's not
Correct.
सही.
So again, ये जो पूरा course है, I was talking to some of the institutes here even that run cohorts. I won't name anyone now, so I will be part of their cohorts. I'll be doing it virtually for them. It's more like a weekend things, because I do these things more like a hobby. It's not my profession, but I do it as a hobby, and hobby is something no one forces you to do. You enjoy doing it, so you give your best to it all the time.
Yep.
So I'll be doing this, making sure the brain is conditioned for success. Brain is conditioned the way it is supposed to be. How the impact would be to the people, society and people around you. Yep. The entire teams.
सही.
So again, when it comes to techniques, there are certain exercises also that we do as part of this. But when it comes to entrepreneurs, it's these basic techniques that I was telling you about. Cancel, resourceful states. Just map yourself, what you know, what you don't know, how you'll be it. And once you are in your resourceful state, how you would feel, what you will be able to achieve. This is something that everyone needs to know at any level. Okay, because I have seen people lacking confidence. I've seen people lacking, I won't say communication is a problem. Communication is a skill. Confidence is a problem. You need to build that. You need to fight it, because someone at some stage might have told you, oh, either you look this way, you dress this way, you cannot talk properly, or your words are not right. किसी ने आपको कुछ बोला है जो कहीं अंदर रिसाइड कर रहा है. You need to just get that flushed.
Yep. And low confidence is the outcome of something that someone said.
कहीं पर किसी ने आपको कभी कुछ कहा है, या किसी को आपसे ज़्यादा ग्रेड किया गया है किसी वजह से, and you were not taught to accept why he was graded better than you and what you can do to improve.
सही. तो वो फिर दिल में ही बात रह जाएगी and you'll start to say talent and all.
And again, like every cell in your body has a memory. Every cell in your body has a memory. मैंने आपको क्या बोला था, आप अपना फ़ोन उठाते हो, सोते हुए भी आप अलार्म बंद कर लेते हो आंखें पे खोले बगैर, because your body, your skin has developed, your sense of touch has that memory.
Yeah, muscle memory.
what people call muscle memory.
Yeah.
Exactly. At the gym, if you're going to the gym, you get back in shape because your muscle has a memory that how it is supposed to be functioning or how it is supposed to be there. Same is the case with the brain. The more you do self-sabotage, negative talks,
The more you'll just.
you will lose. You will finish yourself. You will develop physical ailments, by the way. Because I do talk to people, I do treat people for certain traumas, even habits, addictions, and all that. Trust me, it's really powerful. People don't understand the actual potential of it.
Well, I've read somewhere that brain is a muscle too. The more you train it, the more powerful it gets.
Exactly, that's my slogan. Even
Yeah.
I'm developing a channel, Core.cognitive.
Okay.
So I'm. The slogan is master your mind.
Okay.
So once you master your mind using certain techniques, it's like you're a totally different person. You're ready to accept, adopt. You're able to respond, not react. Reaction is abrupt.
Yeah. Response is
Response is calculated and
calculated.
disciplined. Reaction is like, oh, I got angry and I punched him. Oh, I got angry and this happened. That's a reaction.
Yeah.
Or if someone is poking you and there is something residing in you that's already negative and it touches it, it's a burst.
Yeah.
So you need to revamp yourself.
Okay. So ये जो core cognitive you just talked about, this is also the topic of our conversation today, right? Yeah. No.
Core cognitive is basically, it's more like a channel that I'm developing, and I have certain courses that would be conducted under that channel with myself and the team. And of course, NLP for entrepreneurs will be one of them. And by the way, for accelerators and where I have been requested, I do conduct it for free. And I'm not charging entrepreneurs, especially who come for the sake of, developing themselves, not for the sake of getting information. Because I have one problem. I always tell people information without practice is just information. Once you practice it, it becomes your attitude, and over a period of time, it becomes wisdom even. Because information without practice, it's like nothing. You know something, okay, you read physics, right? You know how the machine works, but you never practiced it or tried building a machine of your own, so you would never know, actually. Because in the theory, it was always said that you need a motor, you need a power supply, and you need a belt or something, and then you will have an output, or it would have a motion. But it was never said that there is a winding inside. It never said that there is some oiling inside. It never said that you need to know which gauge wire are you supposed to use.
You'll know the nitty gritties only when you practice.
This only comes after practice.
Yeah.
So information with practice becomes attitude and then wisdom.
Yep.
So that is something, that's a path. It doesn't happen in one day.
Yes.
And you have to be a bit patient.
Yeah, it's a slow process. It sounds like a slow process.
No, it's not a slow process. It's more like a focused process. Okay. People do it in weeks. People do it in days. But again, after doing the same courses, you will see a lot of people succeeding. You will see a lot of people saying, oh, I didn't get anything out of it. Why? It was the same course, same information, same instructor. Why you didn't get what I got? Or what someone else was able to get, why I didn't get it?
सही ये तो फिर माइंडसेट की बात हो गई ना कि आप मतलब किस माइंडसेट से गए थे और
Exactly.
कितना आप स्टिक किए उस बात के साथ.
Exactly. And if you were just attending it because you had paid for it,
फिर तो कुछ नहीं होना.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
But again, there's also one more thing. I was part of Founder Institute ecosystem. I was a director for one of the chapters. It's a Silicon Valley pre-seed accelerator.
Okay.
Okay. So I was running a cohort at one point of time, and the CEO of the accelerator, he said that, Syed, if people don't have their skin in the game, you will see them dropping, falling. They will not take interest in it. And he was right. And I was opposing it again. For me, my information was different than the actual practice.
Mm.
And he was right. Those who had paid for the cohort fee, they were really serious.
Yeah.
They took it to the end. People who didn't pay, they requested scholarships, because as a director, I had my scholarships. So I was able to offer certain people because of any XYZ reason that they gave. But they didn't reach the end.
Mm.
None of them reached, actually, where scholarship was offered.
Mm.
Only those who had paid, they reached towards the end, and they are successful companies now. And again, it was not something that they were paying thousands of dollars or something. It was just like few hundreds, like 400 or something.
Yeah. I can relate to that because I go to the gym and people mostly fall out of the gym very quickly. When I started, I made sure that I pay for 3 months. And then every day when I thought, nah, I need, and I was like, bro, you just paid for 3 months, go. And then
Yeah.
I went and 3 महीने के बाद आदत हो जाती है और फिर दो ना करता है 1 महीने के लिए दो तो फिर होता है कि चलो खैर है कोई नहीं बाद में देखा जाएगा तो
Yeah, exactly. So again, you had your skin in the game.
yeah.
And again, it's hard earned money that you're paying. So you will make sure you get the best out of it.
Yeah, you get what you paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it's a big subject. So again, takeaway is for anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, make sure you do self-assessment, you develop your proper mindset, and you know some of the techniques that you're supposed to do. When it comes to delivering messages, using your words, handling your emotions and sentiments, and making sure you're in resourceful state. So I would say that would conclude our NLP for entrepreneurship for today. So anyone who has any kind of questions, who would like to learn about it, I'm open. My channels are open.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm always reachable on WhatsApp,
Yep.
Instagram, drop me an email. More than happy to connect with people. On weekends, of course, because I have a commitment of work.
Yeah.
I don't disturb that because it's a commitment.
Yep.
On weekends, I'm available. In my free time, I'm available.
I will also drop your socials down in the description and everywhere we post.
Sure. All right, great.
And एक आपने बात वो भी की थी कोई exact road map of about the
what you're supposed to achieve.
yeah.
Okay. So that was mainly related to the same thing. I gave you the example of your tasks.
Okay.
When you say, I will do it in first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And you look at it every day. You progress towards it faster than your actual target.
You know what, like I can relate to that too because like the year just started. अब तो खैर काफी 5 महीने गुजर गए. But when it was January, I was very almost everyone is very enthusiastic that this is gonna be there. We're gonna change it now. So one of my colleague told me, she said कि एक whiteboard लो और उस पे लिखो January and note down the things that you wanna do. फिर जैन खत्म हो तो फेब में लिखना. एंड मैंने जैन के स्टार्ट में चीज़ें लिखी एंड आई अचीव्ड ऑल दोज इन 20 days. 10 दिन फिर मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. एंड देन आई डिड द सेम फॉर February एंड आई डिड दैट टू. फिर मैंने मार्च में छोड़ दिया. क्यों छोड़ा मुझे नहीं पता, बट उसके बाद मैंने चीजें.
You took it for granted, actually.
Yeah, I think so too.
You took it for granted. कि I've done it, then I will do it again. No. Even as of now, I'm working for 22 years. Even as of now, if I'm doing some assessment, I still draw a table and I define the parameters when I'm comparing certain offers, options, features, products, whatever, for any project, product, office work, personal work. I don't try to keep it here anymore, you know. If it's written, then you can even forget it because you know it's written. You'll just look at it, you'll remember it immediately.
Yes.
And again, one more thing, once you have written it with your hand, your brain doesn't forget that.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you have a photographic memory,
Hmm.
you can always either close your eyes or you can always just focus and that image comes.
Yeah. सही 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 हाँ वो ये तो होता है लाइक एक दफा लिख लो चीज तो वो फिर दिमाग से बहुत कम निकलती है सोचो तो 15 मिनट में आपको भूल जाता है कि क्या सोचा था जरा याद करो
15 मिनट तक कंटिन्यूस कोई फोकस भी नहीं करता सोच पे जो if you are able to focus on something, that's the last point before we close this conversation. If you are able to focus on something for 90 seconds, it starts giving you result. This is how your brain functions. You might have seen a lot of videos. People are talking about manifestation. People are talking about, like Think and Grow Rich is a very famous book, by the way. Okay. And there are other books like I have read Rich Dad Poor Dad. There is something called Being Supernatural. I have read a lot of books.
Yeah.
All deal with how you train your mind, because brain and mind, these are two different things. Brain is something tangible. Brain is a physical organ that's in your body. Your mind is comprised of memories and feelings. Okay, so these are two things, and your mind needs to be always clean and clear. Okay, what you're feeling, what you're trying to achieve, what your sentiments are, it has to be very discreet and clean. Then it starts unfolding a lot of things for you.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the point of, coming back to our subject. We discussed a lot of things.
Yeah.
We started off with NLP for entrepreneurs, so I gave the summary for it as well, just to convey the message, because I prefer explaining things in a bit of detail so everyone can understand things better. So I would say that's it for now for the entrepreneur part, and let's talk about something else in the next conversation then.
ओके 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 तो अभी जो कोई और बात जो करनी है
अच्छा, इसके अलावा होगा एक सिल्वा.
Silva. So we can do that in this podcast. We can continue here, right? We'll cut this part off.
Yeah.
We can just stitch it together if you want, or we can just
No,
keep it
actually,
together.
you will just split it up. NLP for entrepreneurs, you will separate it out.
Okay.
Silva is a complete different thing.
Okay, so that's not gonna be the part of the podcast.
No, that won't be part of the
Okay,
podcast.
so we can like conclude our podcast. here,
Exactly.
Like, so okay, बीच में कट आएगा, so हम एक दफा closing कर लेते हैं, closure कर लेते हैं. Then we'll
ठीक है.
then we'll play out. अच्छा जो second आपने बात बोल दी सिल्वा वाली, वो एक separate video है.
That's a separate video.
Okay, I thought that was a part of this podcast too.
नहीं, Silva method, because it's more like, again, a proprietary thing. Okay, that I got the license for.
Okay.
तो उसको separately
उसका फिर फॉर्मेट भी डिफरेंट होगा,
उसका
राइट?
फॉर्मेट
वो
अलग
फिर
होगा.
डिस्कशन नहीं होगी, वो कोई
हाँ,
आपकी
exactly.
टॉकिंग हेड वीडियो.
It's more like I would be just explaining it on the camera
Yeah,
things
yeah,
and all that.
it will be a talking head वीडियो के आप बात करोगे. अच्छा चले सही है. हम फिर उसका कंक्लूजन रिकॉर्ड कर लेते हैं छोटा सा.
ठीक है.
पे करते हैं. अच्छा तो आपसे भी सारी डिस्कशन हुई, एनएलपी पे हमने बात की, हमने एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के बारे में किया, एंड आई एम प्रीटी श्योर लाइक मुझे इतना आइडिया नहीं था इन सब चीज़ों का, बट स्टिल कन्वर्सेशन के बाद मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगा, एंड आई एम प्रीटी श्योर आई एम गोना लाइक एटलीस्ट एक्सप्लोर बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें, और देन आई माइट इवन कॉन्टेक्ट यू और
Yeah,
विल
that's
टॉक
fine.
अबाउट इट. तो डू यू वांट टू ऐड एनीथिंग एल्स, या फिर वी कैन कंक्लूड इट हियर एंड से?
Well, simple. Adding it, like I've explained, I have given ideas, I have briefly told you about techniques and all. So you have to spend like a couple of hours, 2-3 hours, because that's a course basically that I conduct for almost 3 hours.
Yep.
And it has to be, it's not one day. We can split it up into 2 days. So just to have the real feel of it and what you're able to do afterwards, you have to spend those 3 hours in a session with me. But the takeaway that I want people to have from now, like everyone, entrepreneurs, non-entrepreneurs, professionals, do your self-assessment. Learn how to manage your emotions and sentiments. Okay. Know what you want. Be very clear on that. Develop your roadmap, whether it's a professional, and be realistic. Break it down very well. The details that you put in there, the easier it becomes to achieve. Okay? And again, like every milestone will have its inputs and outputs. Inputs are what is needed, what skills you need, what steps you need to do, and what will be the outcome. Where you will reach, what would be the output. So just develop this framework for yourself and then see how you fly.
चले ठीक है बाकी थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर कमिंग और
You're most welcome.
दूसरी आपकी विजिट थी एंड आई होप और इंशाल्लाह विल सी यू वेरी सून दोबारा विद
Inshallah.
अनदर एपिसोड तब तक के लिए थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीवन फॉर वाचिंग थैंक
Thank
यू
you.
खुदा हाफिज़